Good morning. Happy Monday, March 23rd. Hope you come into this moment with some sort of peace and hope looking into this day. I start this little reflection this morning with just the morning prayer psalm, Psalm 31. Have mercy on me, O Lord, for I am in distress. My eyes are wasted away with grief, as are my soul and my body. For my life is spent with sorrow, and my years with sighs. Affliction has broken down my strength, and my bones waste away. But as for me, I trust in you, O Lord. I say, you are my God, there in your hands is my lot. From the hands of my enemies deliver me, and from those who pursue me. Let your face shine on your servant. Save me in your faithful love. Let me not be put to shame, O Lord, for I call on you. Again, I feel as though these Psalms every day are speaking directly to our situation. I was thinking yesterday on a Sunday about routines a little bit. And thought I'd just share, because I would think that everyone is feeling similarly about routines and about our daily life and how shaken up everything is. Ordinary routines are no more at all. Normally on Sundays, as a family, we would try and get up, be woken up by the children, go downstairs, throw together a quick breakfast of cereal and something, and then try and whip on some church clothes and go to church. Then come home and have some donuts maybe, check in with some family members, do some more Legos, and then enjoy the rest of the day just being together and resting. Well, yesterday, as we all know, there are not many church services across denominations and faiths, but particularly there are no Catholic masses going on for myself and as we identify as Catholics. And so instead, we watched a YouTube video of the Cardinal Archbishop Supich at the Holy Name Cathedral in downtown Chicago. While watching, he shared on the gospel when the blind man is healed by Jesus on the Sabbath. He shared about blind spots and how for a lot of us right now, perhaps we have to be careful and mindful of our blind spots and how the news, and if we overwhelm ourselves with everything going on and with all the sorrow and grief, not say it's not there, but to overwhelm ourselves with it and be blinded by it and put ourselves into these moments of deep distress and anxiety, kind of like last night for me when I couldn't sleep very well. But he was challenging everybody to remind ourselves that Jesus used his spit and then into clay and rubbed the clay on the man's eyes. And he thought of that as a reminder that we are all people of clay. We're all part of the human race. So again, this piece of solidarity. As a friend colleague noted to me and shared a children's book with me just recently called The Invisible String, following the death of our child, Patrick. The book talks about that invisible string that connects us to everybody else, and our little boys love it. We've read it the last couple nights, and they just latch onto it and are now talking about that invisible string that connects each one of us to each other across boundaries, across everything, across screens. And this couldn't have been more evident for me as the day went on to have a Google Hangout later on in the day with my in-laws as we celebrated or attempted to celebrate my sister-in-law's birthday. There was that piece of, oh yeah, we are all together. We're all in sorrow and grief and anguish and really sad and anxious about what's coming. But we're together and we're all human and people are suffering every day. And how can we be there with them in solidarity and prayer. And there was this connection across those screens, that invisible string. And then again, last night, the Facebook Live prayer service that we did with the University Ministry online, at any time, it was about 30 people watching actually live. And then since I checked it this morning, I think it's well over 400 views is what it says. Now, I don't know if that means 400 people actually watched it all the way through, but I believe they've at least checked it out. And to me, that's incredible. You know, people, we are connected. That invisible string is there. It's connecting us all. It's connecting us to the healthcare workers, to the first responders, to the other necessary industries, the people who are on the front lines right now in dealing with this at its core. And it's with our family members who are in hospice, who are in the hospital, our family members who are not yet born yet, all over the place. And we are connected, and God wants to heal us, wants to bring healing and joy from this. I believe that. But regardless, the point being, I felt something, even amidst these disrupted routines. I felt something across these virtual prayer services, which I was skeptical of and still am actually in ways. But there's a unity in knowing that other people are watching it. And there's a peace there. So hopefully you have found that in some way. And so hopefully in the midst of our interrupted routines, feeling a little empty or isolated or alone, perhaps, I'm going to continue to ask God to, as the psalm stated this morning, let his face shine upon us, and simply be with us. As much as this snow is annoying, annoying, it is quite beautiful this morning to watch it kind of slowly drift off the trees. And perhaps that's God's way of showing us a little bit of beauty in the midst of this. I don't know. I'm praying for you. We're all connected invisibly by that string, by that love. And hopefully you're able to feel someone tugging on that invisible string today. Peace.